Oh, hello, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. As we get everything set up here, welcome to the show. Now, as you heard a little bit of the intro, this is Real Talk with Don Rosen, coming to you live from inside the hotel room here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. As always, viewer discretion is advised. Explicit language is imminent. Those who cannot handle the language, please do not continue watching. But if you want to hear real conversation, real discussion, things that make all Joe Biden's butt buddies and far left liberals cry in their lovely cup of liberal tears, which tastes good in the morning. They really do. As always, this is the home of real conversation. In the back here, we have our number two, the one and only Kathy Rosen.
Hey,
And today is going to be an interesting day. But first, we're going to give a shout out, special condolences to the 3 people who lost their lives in the unfortunate Hurricane Irma or Ema. How I don't know the name. Is it E? It was an E hurricane. It was the hurricane that hit the Florida Keys and
apologize for not having all that information.
But either way, we want to give our condolences.
Research like we're supposed to.
Either way, we want to give our condolences to the 3 people who lost their lives. Unfortunately, it's not that we didn't do the research. It was an unexpected thing that we didn't expect a Category 4 hurricane to hit the United States overnight.
When I went to bed, it was just barely a 3. I think it was like they said it was a definite 1 going.
It pumped up to a 4 at 3 o'clock this morning.
And then the wave surges started coming in.
It was an unexpected hurricane that hit us. So
sad event, but unfortunately,
that's the sad part of nature.
Unfortunately, it happened.
On the fun side of nature, Kamala Harris claims that she is the key to the economic savior of the United States of America.
She's the key to a royal pain in my backside.
On that too.
Yeah.
Now here's a little clip that they're going to be trying to say here. Now, as we celebrate here, we have had 13,000 murderers coming to the United States of America since 2020.
Oh, yeah.
But we've lost 15,000 of them. Does that claim to you an impeachable offense?
That makes my butt itch.
Is that impeachable to you? If you watch this on a playback, which I do, I will say.
Well, I have to give one thing.
Is this an impeachable offense?
Biden don't fire anybody, so it's.
Biden doesn't know how to fire anybody.
That pretty much cancels out him firing anybody for being a bitch. Oh, speaking of bitches.
Here we go. Our first one is Hillary Clinton, who says the masks have come off, and if anything, deplorable is too kind of a word for the hate and violent extremists we've seen from the Trump supporters. Then she says Trump plans to turn the United States into the Fourth Reich. There are many examples of Donald Trump's embrace and channeling Adolf Hitler.
She better watch who she's channeling, because I tell you what, I would not even flinch an inch if he turns around and puts her ass under indictment as soon as he gets in fucking office.
Here we go. Wanda Sykes says here that Trump will put comedians in jail. Let me shut that down real quick.
In jail, he can line all of them.
He can
around that table, have them get in the Trump bus and take their asses to jail.
He could. No, let me shut that down real quick. He could put them in jail if he wanted to, but he's a man enough to say, no, I'm not going to.
Well, I'm sorry, they deserve it.
I mean, yeah, they deserve it. God knows they deserve it.
I'm a woman and I'm a vindictive bitch, and I've watched for all these years.
Especially Kathy Griffin, who holds a decapitated head on a book.
Oh, that was Kathy Griffin. She needs to sit on it and ride.
I mean, I have all these celebrities saying, "Oh, it'd be nice if you could take out the president of the United States," like Johnny Depp, Madonna, Taylor Swift.
Yeah, and they call us racist when they take and sit and turn down.
Madonna even says about blowing up the White House.
Yeah, and what kind of a moral code is it to sit there and do something like that and not
like a virgin says, you ever want to blow up the White House?
You don't knock down the president of the United States. If they're elected to represent your country,
and then you got the media double down.
Suck it up, Buttercup, and put up with it. Like I
had to put up 4 years of Obama.
I've dealt with Jimmy Carter all the way up through.
Obamacare sucked ass.
I've dealt with nothing but Democratic bullshit.
Comment below.
I got
please.
Out of grade school.
Please comment below. Who do you think was worse, Carter or Obama?
Obama, because he was sneakier. Carter, I will give him one thing. He didn't do the sneaky shit. I didn't like his policy because I don't think he thought it all the way through. His policy was kind of like
he's the one that caused the gas prices.
Yeah, well,
the gas shortage that happened.
He didn't think everything the whole way through.
Am I right?
I don't think he had vindictive intent. Okay. The folks that are out there now that are trying to swing the hammer.
Okay, so what do you say about Clegg saying that deplorables is too kind of a word to use for Trump supporters?
I think she's a racist. I'll take that as a racist comment, just like anything else they've accused.
Hell, I've been called a racist and a traitor.
Well, hey.
Just because I reported on a Marine who had the shot to kill the guy that killed the 13 soldiers that was murdered.
Yeah.
But the chain of command and the Bidenomics commands said, "Oh no, he'll be fine. He'll be fine." Meanwhile, he runs up and Ali Akbar.
Well, here's another one for you, curling your toes. And yes, this is coming from your mother.
Warning. We are going to talk about everything.
We're swinging.
We're going way out the outfield.
We're going into the outfield. But
hold your pants down, everybody.
Yeah, hang in there. Mark your words. I can't stand a bitch, but when it comes to her, don't think that she didn't know what Monica Lewinsky and her husband were doing in that Oval Office. If anything, she probably paid the bitch to suck it, okay? And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is.
Swing.
Somebody went swinging. Because what did she say when it was all over with?
I don't remember. You're going to refresh or not.
She turned around and said, "Oh well, he has a sexual problem." Like, excuse me? She'd take a baseball bat and beat him upside the head when she found out he was screwing everybody under the Oval Office.
I'm not sexist. All right, I'm not sexist. You got a man that just had sexual intercourse in the White House Oval Office.
you find anybody that finds out their
Any
man's
woman.
been cheating on them?
Any woman would have beat his ass.
Oh my God.
They would have done the country ass whooping. They would have done the hood whooping. They would have done the Chinese whooping.
It would have been how many different directions can you shove a saxophone up a white man's cracker ass? Yes, we went there.
Papa Bill.
That'd be a read for you.
Hey, Uncle Bill, where's the
I
reed?
have no respect for Hillary Clinton. I have no respect for her, and I know damn well that she took and she went out.
Would you agree?
A couple of the people bit the big one, so to speak.
Yeah,
Remember?
went missing.
Went up, quote,
Missing.
quote, missing. Yeah, and she came from a family that knew how to do it, and she done it.
How do you think she got the job in the New York Senate?
Yep.
Especially when her husband was a senator and was doing weed deals to the damn contraband.
They need to get the diversity bus going, and they need to show.
Would you say Clinton's doing this stuff now is her way to try to please Kamala, kind of, hey, I'll talk trash about Trump. You let me get into the White House again.
It's a hell of a stretch, but
Do you think this is Clinton's way to try to get back in?
I'm allowed to be able to speak my mind. Please do not take and put it against any member of my family or anyone that had to do with this program. But the answer I had to that question is another famous last name comes to mind for me when it comes to what I think of the shit that she's been pulling, as well as
Starts with a P.
she's one of them. No, seriously. And I mean this stretch out conspiracy theory. Kennedy.
Ooh, Kennedy.
The Kennedy family was very good at old man Kennedy taking and making sure that if you bumped the family the wrong way or you were against any of the Kennedys that were in office at the time, something unfortunately happened to you. Okay?
Now here's a story here just came in.
Is the same kind of issue that's hitting me like what's going on now.
On a side note, you can purchase all of our products here at Real Talk Studio at our official store on our official website. You can actually get your own official Real Talk with Don Robeson mug,
I need to assist Ron.
which I'm trying to convince her to get a mug. It'd be cool as hell for her to actually get one of my mugs. Now, a story just came in here a while ago. A DC restaurant was forced to remove elephants from their sign because too many neighbors complained about the GOP. If someone becomes triggered, they cannot bother look at the elephant because it reminds them of the Republican Party. In my opinion, that's a sign that they are legally retarded and should not be taken seriously. Now, I'm not against being retarded because I have family that is mentally challenged. But you're so eager to be triggered by an elephant. What are you gonna do? Go to a bookstore and say, I can't take out all the books that has elephants in it. We don't need that no more. We're triggered by books with pictures with elephants. But DC restaurant felt they had no choice but to appease the leftist outrage and remove their tavern logo after woke demands stated so. Political parties in Washington, D.C. had a logo with a blue donkey and a red elephant. This is not something that should be controversial, but we currently live in a time where mental illness is gloried, and here we are. this restaurant, I feel bad for them because they had to please abide by the woke mob. And I say woke mob because they had to. Either that or they're afraid of getting canceled and their business getting shut down, just so Kamala Harris can say, "Oh, we're good. We're against all MAGA people." Now, that's another thing. MAGA's Make America Great again. Why are you so against Make America Great? Don't you want America to be great? Don't you want to be able to raise your kids and say, "Man, Johnny, remember there was a time where America used to be great." Well, you can say that now because that was the time when Donald Trump was in office. It was a great time. You felt safe to walk outside. Gas prices were low. You could get a job anywhere you wanted to. And everything was okay to live around. But unfortunately, that is not the case. Now, Megyn Kelly decides to destroy Kamala's fake middle class narrative, stating no one gives a shit about your mother. Makes sense. We also have a story here we're going to be working on. Non-citizens were shocked to find out he was registered to vote in Arizona. Woke City Mules removing the term male and female to replace the cis male and cis female. We have a lot more we're going to be talking about here. So stay tuned here and stay tuned to the blog and everything having to do with Real Talk with Don Robertson. As always, do your research. Don't believe what mainstream tells you. And get ready because the war is coming. The war between truth and non-truth. Lies and honesty. Right and wrong. It's coming to a head. Now Harris was also fact-checked on false Trump economy claims. Ooh. Harris's claim was false. Trump presided again over 414,000 manufacturing jobs, not a loss of at least 200,000 that happened during the Biden administration.
She answers every single question and gives people exactly what they want. She does it. Do you know why? Because she's a politician, and none of them do. They all speak in platitudes. Where have I heard that from? I don't know.
Stay tuned. I'm going to let you hear the rest of the 5 here, and then go from there. What did he do? He didn't get anything? What did he get?
They never said something along the lines of, well, he's exaggerating. Of course, he's exaggerating. Everybody exaggerates. But a lot of this stuff, especially like when she says stuff about houses are too expensive to buy. She's like, I alone can fix it. I'm going to fix it, and this is how I'm going to fix it. And the other problem is there's too much red tape. But lady, you wrapped around the red tape all around the country as part of the Biden-Harris administration. So I feel like the more I listen to all of them, the more I just
All right, I'll turn the heat up on.
Principles and all of this, like tinkering with this. Let's do $25,000 here. Let's do this. Let's forgive this loan. Let's not forgive that loan. It's just tinkering that's not going to get us where we need to be.
It's an opportunity economy, right, Jessica?
We're going to have a rough night.
It means an economy where everyone has the opportunity to succeed.
Right.
You answered that better than me.
Well, we don't have that now.
We have it in part, and it's going to get better. And
stay tuned for more here, everybody, and have a good night.